the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, minutes. I'll now call the Job Development Authority meeting to order. And the minutes of the previous meeting, they're not present on the agenda, so there'd be a motion to table.
Make a motion to table.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
Second.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, the amended sales strategy, the single-family housing pilot program, and that'll be brought Spencer.
I guess, real quick disclosure, the meeting minutes are done. I just didn't make it successfully to the website for you guys.
Okay.
Tim here is just walking in. As far as the sales strategy goes, so you guys had previously approved a process for getting those 4 homes being built on South 16th Street Southeast, getting those sold, and we had proposed going towards an open listing, which would kind of provide the max openness to get those sold. And through the process, even working with some of the real estate companies, they weren't even aware of this. But if you go with an open listing, you can't post it to the MLS, the multiple listing services, like Zillow and Realtor.com. Those are the really high visible ones that a lot of people just scroll on their phone, look at the properties. And so in the interest of getting the max visibility, proposing an alternative strategy to sell the homes, which would be to enter into exclusive listing agreements with 4 local real estate companies. The 4 of them are listed: Real Estate 7, Rain Realty, High Valley Real Estate, and then Nikolai's also sells stuff in the Devils Lake area. Getting to an exclusive listing agreement with them, so they would randomly be assigned one of the 4 houses. A total of a 4% commission, so the exclusive lister would get 2%. And then basically it's an open season for the houses. Any of the real estate companies can get access to the homes and get a prospective buyer in them and put an offer on it. And so 2% would go again to the exclusive lister, and then 2% would go to the real estate company that brings in the high bidder for each house. And that is the amended strategy put before you, and would just seek your, and I would add, I talked with all those real estate companies listed, no objections. So would seek your approval for the amended sales strategy and authorize staff to engage in any exclusive listing agreements with those 4 companies now. If you guys are inclined to take action on that, once that's complete, Tim Gleason with Gleason Development is also here, so he could provide an update on how the project's going for you guys.
Okay, we'll take action on this first and then ask for him to
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce,
I'll second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Mo.
Aye, motion carried. At this time, we have Tim, if you would come forward, identify yourself, and please give us a little update.
Commissioners, Tim Gleason, Gleason Companies. Don't plan to come to these meetings every time, just with the sales strategies kind of switching based on the new information on Zillow. I think this will be a better approach to get a wider swath of people interested in the homes. But I did bring the exterior designs today, just one of each home. If you guys look through just for your own information, you can see kind of what's going on. If you want to, just a lay down item there, just update wise, things are going well. Mechanical, electrical, plumbing, rough-ins are ongoing. They're actually all different, so you probably could pass them around and see the 4 different types of homes. But and then we're just got finished pouring 3 of the 4 driveways, and we plan to start siding probably as soon as next week, pending weather. So, but yeah, if you've driven 16th, it's coming along really nicely. Yep.
Looks very nice out there.
Becoming a really nice area of town for people. So yeah, I think they'll go really well. And with the new information that the realtors gave us after the last approval, I think we'll see even more interest in them going this approach. So, yeah. Any questions? Happy to answer anything. So
Anybody have any questions?
we did make a couple upgrades. I thought I'd just let you guys know. I've been keeping Spencer up in the loop, but added hot water hose bibs to the garages. Planning to epoxy floor those garages. We are finishing the garages, heating them with a natural gas heater in all the garages. And then we just decided we're going to do quartz countertops in all the kitchens, not the bathrooms, but the kitchens. So pretty
Nice
pretty
work.
top notch. Yeah, they'll be nice. So, yep.
Move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if any of the
Yeah.
commissioners are looking for, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, it'd be great. So,
Any questions of Tim? None? Thanks for coming in and sharing that with us.
thanks, guys. Yep.
Okay. The next item is conveyance of a utility easement at Smith subdivision. And that, Mike, can you help us with that?
I'd worked with the city attorney to draft a utility easement for power, the phone company and Midco to serve the new homes in that area that we have. The Job Development Authority owns a couple of the lots 1 and 2. The city owns 3 and 4. And so the approach is just to have the city and the Job Development Authority approve those easements. And then that document will be recorded. So they have easement for the utility trench that they put in.
Okay.
Recommend approval of the utility easement.
Okay, we have a recommendation. What's the wish of the commission?
I make a motion to approve the utility easement.
Commissioner Kanowski,
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, there's any other items that come before the Job Authority? Nothing? I will now close the Job Development Authority meeting and open up the regular Devils Lake City Commission meeting. And I ask for the approval of the minutes of September 15th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve the minutes September 15th, 2025.
Commissioner Pierce.
Second.
Commissioner Ewenkamp. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Nothing under awards or proclamations. We'll now go into public hearing. And the first one is on the 2026 city budget. Spencer, is there
I'd say
anybody?
just the public hearing and then action on the item is down under new business.
So if there's anybody here to speak on behalf of the city budget, it's an open hearing. Now or forever hold your peace. I will now close the hearing on the city budget and move on to the next item. And then we will be doing certification of special assessments. And the first one is Water Main Improvement District 2823. This is an open hearing. Anybody here wishing to speak to that one? If not, we'll close the hearing and take action.
I think Mayor Mo, just at least for this special assessment, Water Main Improvement District 2023, total to be assessed $471,272.94. I think just in general, and if you guys want that update, I can give you everyone. But I think just in general, really want to applaud the team. There's quite a bit of, I think over 800 parcels being special assessed. And we had the special assessment commission process. 2 people showed up, and they were both, hey, I recently just bought this home. Realtor didn't tell me that there was any special assessments. And so that was the question. And so I think really commending the team, and I think the city's approach on the cost share for infrastructure improvements has led to a pretty smooth process on these projects. And I don't know if you read the papers, but not every town gets to experience that. But I think really want to commend Mike and Helen and Devin, everybody in the back. If I may, if Mike wants to say anything on behalf of his team, all the projects that we have, but then other than that, we just seek approval on all the others. But I'll give Mike an opportunity to say anything he wants to.
I think a lot of the applause should go to the city commission for using sales tax to help offset the special assessment amounts. it wasn't that many years ago when we used to special assess 75% of the project costs and the city paid 25%. And once that policy changed where the city covers 75% of the project cost for rehabilitation of existing infrastructure, that really was a game changer for city residents. And so, as Spencer had mentioned, I think it was 800, near 900 assessments that went out, and the room isn't full. Pretty fortunate.
I just have one question, Mr. Ray. And Spencer, has there ever been a capital reserve study done for the city? When it comes to hiring a firm to come in and look at what repairs we have coming up for the future and what's needed, what this will do is it'll set you up within 30 years and help you finance it so it goes more, will go into a reserve so we won't have to keep assessing our citizens for, it kind of helps that process so maybe less assessments have to be given to the bill of our citizens.
Right now, we use a lot of the prairie dog money to help offset some of the specials too, right?
We use money through our urban roads program.
Yeah.
We use sales tax dollars. We use tax increment financing and prairie dog funds. We do develop a capital improvement plan, and that capital improvement plan really looks out very good for the next 5 years.
Yeah, but
We have other projects that are on the horizon.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is this helps financial wise, looking at setting up a plan for the city to have to make less of these special assessments. It tries to help get more money into your reserve fund so you don't have to send out special assessments to people. So I was just wondering if that's ever been done, and if not, can we start looking more, seeing if that would be advantageous for us to do as a commission, as a city? Because every year we understand these repairs need to be made, but that's a lot going out. If you add up everything that's going out to our citizens, some of them can't afford,
Well, absolutely. I mean,
So it was just something I looked into that I thought maybe we could talk about and look into here in
I guess I need to learn more about
the
it.
near
I'm-
future.
I'm still a little not sure about what you're trying to say.
There you go, Mr. Mayor.
I guess it's something we can
Yeah,
always,
just, I think maybe
review.
we should look and discuss if it's something that would help, and if not, but
where do you know of where they have been? And
I have all that in my office. I
Oh.
brought this in just as an explanation for you to take a look at, and then we can go more, because there's states out there that have done it, like Maryland, Tennessee, different states have done it throughout the state. But I was, in cities within those states, of course, but I thought maybe it was just something to look into.
it's a company that will do it and you pay them a fee for
Yeah,
doing
and
something?
they come in and they go through step by step with everybody to see, and they tour the buildings and see what shape our buildings are in and all these things to try to get together a 30-year plan with what the engineer says has to be done and what they see has to be done, and then financial wise. So I just thought I would bring it up, and I can
Yep.
meet with you more.
Sure.
But I didn't know if that's ever been done in the city.
I don't believe so. Not to my experience of it.
One of the things that we're waiting on, we're waiting for the numbers back on those two buildings for the police department relocation / city hall remodel. And once we get kind of that window open and we kind of get a firm direction from the commission as to where we want to go, then we're going to bring that capital improvement plan back to you guys for your final approval in advance of 2026. And maybe that's a good time to have a really high value conversation in regards to those sorts of things. I mean, on a high level, just given the revenues that we have in projects,
Yeah.
basically it's lowering the cost share to the residents and more for the city, which means you can't do as many projects for the city. That's really kind of how
And
it's
I,
gonna
and I
work
get
out.
that. Believe me, I understand
Saving
that.
money,
I
yeah.
was just trying to see if there was any way we could look into trying to save our residents some money. That, that's,
If we can, we
you know what I
certainly
mean?
want to.
Might as well look
without
into
a
it. It
question.
doesn't hurt, so. All right,
Okay,
thank you. That's
you
all
bet.
the Questions I have.
Any further comments or questions? Is there a motion to approve? Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Johnski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Next item, Water Main Improvement District 2923. I open the hearing. Is there anybody here wishing to speak on behalf of Water Improvement District 2923? If not, I will close the hearing and look for a recommendation.
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? No further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Knosky.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Next item is Street Improvement District 7924. I now open the hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on behalf of that? Anyone wishing to speak on behalf of that? No one's here wishing to speak on behalf. I now close the hearing and look for a recommendation. Motion to approve. Commissioner Eulenkamp. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Knosky.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce. President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Item D, Street Improvement District 8024. I now open the hearing. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to speak on behalf? Anyone in the audience wishing to speak on that? No one's here. I close the hearing and look for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? No further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Knosky.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Item E, 2024-2025 curb gutter and sidewalk. I now open the hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on behalf of that? Once again, is there anyone here wishing to speak on behalf of it?
I don't know if it's
Okay,
me or not.
what's your area, sir?
I'm at Oddfellows.
Is it about sidewalk and curb and
My
gutter?
guess is I did some sidewalk when I bought the home.
Okay, you want to come to the podium, but identify yourself. Let us know what your question is.
Jeff Hammond Jr. Yeah, it's just a special assessment. I don't know exactly what it is, but I just figured it was from the sidewalk that I
Can you
did.
present it to Mike so he could kind of maybe help you out and understand it? Okay. See if we can answer your question you may have.
Oh, yeah. This is assessment for like 400 and some odd dollars. I'm just wondering.
It's in the miscellaneous section. So the,
Miscellaneous.
Oh, that's at the bottom of the list.
The last
Okay. Okay, so what we'll do, sir, if we can wait till we get to that last
Yeah,
item
yeah,
on
that's
there,
fine. All right.
and then we'll talk about it. In the meantime, Mike can review it and kind of understand it a little bit.
I think that'd be coming from the city administrator's shop
Okay.
for 8321.
Okay, we'll move on. And any further discussion on this? No other discussion? I close the hearing and look for a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the curb and gutter sidewalk.
Commissioner Kanowski. Second.
Second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? No further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Knosky.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Next item is item F, parking assessment. I open the hearing on all the parking assessments. Is there anyone here wishing to speak on behalf of that? Once again, is there anyone here to speak on behalf of the parking assessment? I now close the hearing on the parking assessment and look for a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Hatch, second.
Second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? No further discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Knosky.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Next item G, a miscellaneous assessment. And now, if you gentlemen would please come forward and we'll discuss your assessment. Okay. And, okay. Did you get a chance to identify yourself, please?
Jeff Hammonds Jr.
Jeff Allen? Oh. Oh, I see, okay.
So the miscellaneous bills are for delinquent bills
Okay.
that have not been paid.
Okay,
And so I'm just trying to look up what exactly the purpose for.
you just bought the house, you said?
Yes, sir.
And it's a bill that wasn't paid prior, is that what you're thinking?
Probably. That's likely.
So you assumed it by buying someone else's bill,
You
probably.
bought it this year?
Yes, that's correct.
So this would have been, yes, this would have been a bill left over from, this would have been one of those unpaid utility bills left over from the prior
Tenant or
prior
owner?
owner, yeah. And as we've tried to educate our real estate agents to encourage their clients to call City Hall before buying property, if you recall the conversations we've had previously.
Mhm.
So, the way that, the city has traditionally done this is to special assess the property. That is really the only way to
Right,
collect the revenue. So
and it's for how much?
it's 443.
483.21.
So what you're saying is just the unpaid utilities is just on whoever buys the house next?
No, no.
So if there's an unpaid utility bill, what we would like to do and what we tell our local real estate agents is to call City Hall, say, are there any specials or unpaid utility bills on the property? It's involved in the transaction. We communicate that, and then that would become part of the transaction. You buy the house, say, hey, well, there's $500 worth of unpaid bills. So you need to incorporate that into the purchase process. And it's evident that neither the seller or the buyer's agent disclosed that information or called or informed their client to call City Hall and ask, which happens more often than you think now. And I think we've been over the last year.
Do
at
we
least.
put a lien on the property? Because that should have come up like in a,
No, not for that. We
Okay.
don't.
No.
We don't, we don't put the lien on. We
Have we
special
in the
assess
past
property to get the revenue.
found leniency on that?
Sorry,
Have we
what?
done anything with that?
I could work with Mr. Hammond the best that we can on some sort of these are 1-year assessments, the miscellaneous ones, but maybe we can.
Would
talk
that be
with him.
acceptable to you to have a conversation with the
Yeah,
administrator?
Yeah,
Um,
that's kind of why I'm here, so.
Okay.
Kind of sort this out.
When it's convenient for you two to talk, if you could work that out.
I'll get you my card here, sir.
All right.
But
You should have to pay.
the only recommendation I have is to approve the list as presented.
We'll approve it minus that one.
I think he shouldn't have to pay it at all. It's not
I think you
his
set a
fault.
precedence there, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to say, let's scrap them all, but
Yeah, I know, but it's just because of somebody else's.
It stinks when you have something like that happen. No doubt.
I
I guess,
I get-
should we,
I just want, I know that because we had, let's say Mr. Gleason was here, and then I think we had another instance where we had this, and we asked the commission, hey, is this the policy? This is the policy we have, and you guys had affirmed that that was the policy.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
feel that's important to particularly.
if you could have a conversation and then
Yeah.
bring it back to the meeting to let us know what we'd like to do? Or what your recommendation will be?
The only recommended, is to approve the list as submitted, because if you take it off, then we
Okay.
can't assess it, right? But I don't want to work with it.
So approve it this way now and then you can work with them still. Okay.
make a motion to approve as presented.
Commissioner Eulenkamp,
I'll second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
No.
President Moe.
Aye. Motion carries. And thanks for coming in. And any young girls want to be mayor for a day? You've sat here now long enough to learn, right? All you gotta do is take this hammer and tell them to be quiet.
That's right.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in.
I said, all right, come on.
Well, it's great to see some young up and coming interest in it. So appreciate you bringing them along. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till Spencer gets back. We need to.
Suppose you could go back to the owners and get that money.
Small claims.
So I do. I just want to, you know,
Get myself in order here.
start setting
Right.
precedents.
That's why friends are all
We just
because
go right to
I'm way better this way.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think that was an intent. No. Somewhere here, $3,000. Yeah, there's your point.
Okay, we're gonna move on to bid openings. It's 5:30, actually later. And the first item is the surplus real estate property, Ackerman Acres Outlots, 30-0062, 30-0063, 30-0064, 30-0065. We open the bids on that.
Yes, we have one bid, so this is all the outlots are in one bid collectively, and there is one bid submitted by Neil J. Acker.
Denied.
Well, I think that comes up later.
Bid from Neil J. Ackerman is $101,000. $101,000.
That's so big I can't even write it. I'm not a banker.
And if you guys would like,
I got it.
refer this to
I got
the city engineer, and then we do have a purchase agreement later on in the agenda on the same item.
Okay. So we don't need a motion for that. We just,
Just refer to the
okay,
engineer.
okay.
Make a
Motion.
motion to refer to the engineer.
Commissioner Pierce? Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Eulenkamp? Any discussion?
If the commission, you know, as outlined in my memo to the commission when the property was declared surplus, city policy has been if we declare surplus or release easements or things from property that was acquired through the dike, we get our money back. So if we spend X amount of dollars per acre, that would be our minimum price for the sale of the property in this particular case. In this case, the excess property is 29.01 acres, and the minimum bid was $72,525. That's for the $2,500 per acre that we originally paid for the property. Again, this excess property is property that was purchased in excess of what was required for the project, but it was, as the project was moving, a lot of moving parts, it was going very quickly. The Corps had approved purchase of the additional property. And we're retaining the property that's required, that was originally required for the property. So this is property beyond that. And so meeting the requirements, you know, exceeding the minimum bid, the memo recommended that the proceeds from the sale of property go into the dike fund, and we would utilize those funds for purchase of dike maintenance equipment. We need a lot of equipment for the dike, and this would be a nice way to help purchase of that. One thing that we're looking at is another slope mower in the future. Our slope mowers are getting old. So at this point, the commission really could approve the sale of the property contingent upon the sale of the or signing of the purchase agreement that's later on in the agreement.
I'd make a motion to accept the bid.
Okay, we have a motion to accept it from Commissioner Kanowski,
Second.
second by Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? And then you want the
There's a
monies to go
purchase agreement.
towards, that's part of the motion?
Correct.
Yeah.
And the purchase agreement, the commissioner would have to approve the purchase agreement with Mr. Ackerman, and he would sign that purchase agreement. That's item 5 on the agenda. So however the city attorney wants to proceed with that. Do you approve it now or?
I'd be able to use more.
On our dike, we can use it on our dike.
I think the city could approve the bid, for the sake that it is over the minimum requirement, there's only one bid. And pursuant to the city commission's approval of the purchase agreement, we'll discuss that when we get
Later
there.
on. Okay, all right, so we have a motion on the floor and a second
Yeah.
to approve the bid and recommendation as the city engineer for how the money to be spent. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I do. So you're seeing all of that? All of it goes into that fund or just the,
That won't be enough to cover that more
That
cost.
won't be enough to cover the mower.
what about your wage? Can you put that in?
Can do whatever the commission decides, but
We-
it goes a long way.
Maybe he'll have to give us another 100,000.
With
Okay.
dike funds originally purchasing the property, it only makes sense that proceeds go back into that
Yeah,
particular fund.
yeah.
Those mowers are like 300 grand. Nothing's cheap, way too high.
Yeah,
So-
I'm good with that.
Okay, no other discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hash.
Aye.
Commissioner Elenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries. Okay. Next item is the Public Ways pickup bid opening.
We have 4 bids, Mayor. First bid is from Devil's Lake, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Bid price proposal is $46,634. $46,634.
Who was that from? I'm sorry.
Chrysler.
That's great.
Next bid is from Lake Chevy. From Lake Chevy, the bid is $46,400. $46,400. Next bid is from Devil's Lake Ford.
Oh.
Bid from Devil's Lake Ford is $48,559. $48,559. And last bid is from Bassett Motors. Bid from Bassett Motors is $43,827. $43,827.
Okay,
Was Is there anything special needed with that, this pickup, Mike, or is it just a pickup that you just needed a pickup?
It's a pickup, based on the conversation that we had at the last commission meeting.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall, so that's the reason I'm asking.
We were going to do the bid opening. I did ask the supervisor of that department to put together a list of his current vehicles, years and miles, and then have a meeting to formulate a recommendation for the commission at the next meeting. So I don't.
No, I mean,
expect an
is
award.
this pickup doesn't have anything?
Nothing special, it's just a
No, it's a
utility truck.
It's
four-door
just a pickup. You don't need
It's-
like to have stuff inside of it special.
No,
No, actually, what we did was we go off state bid. The city can purchase off state bid. So
Yeah.
we look at their bid packages, and then all of the specifications for this vehicle were off a state bid package. So we know what we can buy it for off state bid. Here's what we can buy it for local or on the market.
Yeah.
And we would have that all summarized for the commission at the next meeting with the other information.
for right now, we just want to motion to
No, I
carry
just
it
didn't
over.
know if this was stuff added to these vehicles that I didn't know, like a police.
Yeah,
cruiser
there's
has to
nothing,
have-
no, they don't have all that.
So I didn't know if
It's
you
not
had
a unique
anything
vehicle.
special to it. That's the reason.
No,
No, it's,
nothing that they can't do.
Okay.
it'll be modified internal to us for any changes that we need, like toolboxes and things like that.
I'll make a motion to send the bids over to city engineer to look over and bring back to us.
Motion
the
by Commissioner-
recommendation.
Commissioner Pierce. Commissioner Eulenkamp, second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Now we go into visitors and delegations, and the first one on the agenda is Heritage Center and Lisa. If you please come forward. Let's see.
Hi, Lisa Crosby, Heritage Center and Art Center. Mike said I have 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Just kidding.
You're taking all of Mike's time. He's just.
Just kidding. I do have a couple of things to report, which I think are good things. I do want to thank Susie and the Chamber of Commerce employees for all the help with the Art Fest and the Fall Festival, and the Park Board for getting the picnic tables out downtown. I know it was a disaster the day before. It was, of course, torrential rain right before Fall Festival, and Dennis and his crew were on vacation, and it was a tough time. And I must have sounded really, really pitiful because they came through and got the picnic tables down there, and I really appreciate all their help. And then, of course, Susie and her crew worked really hard on the festival, and it was a beautiful, beautiful day, not too hot, and we had a great, great turnout downtown, and it was, I think, one of the best downtown events we've had in a very long time. So I appreciate everybody's help, all of the city employees' help, everybody. And that came out, the town came out, and, lots of people came out. So,
It was amazing to see. I just wanted to
Yeah,
see
you
what we would have, and I mean, wife walked down there, and it filled me with pride to see our people
Yeah.
out there. It was
Yeah.
really good.
it was a great event, and thank you, the commission, for that wonderful building downtown. Without the commission, letting us have that beautiful space for the art center, to be able to, show art and have lots of great things going on in that center, we wouldn't be able to do that.
The
So,
only thing I was disappointed in though was when they said retro shoes for sale. I was looking for some platforms, and you didn't have those.
no, not in men's.
You're talking those wood ones?
Yeah, like Kiss used to wear, those 7-inch
Yeah.
leather heel platform shoes.
Oh, those
Yeah.
type. Oh.
That was interesting, but no, it was a lot of fun, and we're already planning for next year. Susie talked to Jason Weberg about the date, so we're already planning for that for next year around homecoming. So we can hopefully get even bigger and better event for next year.
A
So
rib test along with that, Susan?
don't get her started with that.
What's that?
Tiny cookers?
You gonna man it?
Yeah, we need cookers for that. Anyway, on to the Heritage Center. So we do have A&R Roofing willing to replace our roof, hopefully this fall yet. So we have a bid, and I have that went to the county, so for them to look at that, and it was under the amount that I needed, and so my board was happy with it, and I certainly hope and pray to God that that happens.
That's
Just
for
a rubber membrane, not obviously not the copper, but that is what is causing the problem.
Is there a membrane around the bottom portion? Is that what it is, or?
It's so what you guys see is the copper.
Yeah.
So all on the whole courtroom and a large amount, not a large amount, but probably like, where you can walk around the whole circumference of the roof is rubber.
Okay.
And then where there's 6 drains, and around those drains causes a huge amount of problems on that roof. So there's a large area on the roof that's rubber. So they will replace the rubber membrane, the drains, and Matthew Mack will come and help us with those drains too, because those drains are wide open, and he'll look at getting those so that things can't just go right in them, and help that. And then in the interior of the roof, which is a huge, big room, he will also help with those pipes that some of them have been fixed and have been added cleanouts, but some of them haven't. So that is great news. I'm hoping that that'll still happen this fall. The second thing that is hoping to happen either this fall, but probably next spring, most likely next spring, but the funding I think will be there, is the steps. Bradco Restoration, he had talked to the board many years ago when Gary Martinson was here, and he had looked at the steps. They were not even nearly as bad as they are now. He will be coming this fall when he's checking up on the Catholic Church. He'll be looking at them again. He'll be giving us a price.
Is there grants available for some of that kind of maintenance and something like that for historic buildings?
Probably, but I think I have another way through a grant.
Okay.
And then, but it's not what you think. There's another grant that just a gentleman came in, and I visited with him. I had no idea that his family has a grant. They do grants through their, Lisa, you can help me. It's, I think, DAF, or they have a lot of money and they give it out at tax time. I can't.
Well,
I can't
doesn't
think of-
matter wherever
anyway,
it
doesn't
comes from.
matter.
I guess
They
it's always
give
good.
out about $100,000 a year to
Needy places.
nonprofits that better the people's lives. And he sent me an application, and I'm like, whoa. Now we're not going to get $100,000, but up to maybe 15,000. And then of course the steps are going to be more than that. But there's 2 other people in the community that will maybe help out, which
Awesome.
that is a huge thing. I think we can get the funding for those steps without having to beg, borrow, plead with other people. So I'm really optimistic finally that those things will get funded and get fixed in the next 6 to 8 months. So that's kind of what I have today. Is there any other questions? And when he does, his name is Brad Sunday. I might call Mike to have an extra set of ears, so that because I won't ask the right questions, but he probably will.
Sure.
You know,
Any other questions over? Keep up the good work. That's exciting to hear
I'll
that.
keep you guys updated, and I just, I love that big old building. So
Well, you
but-
got your hands full, that's for certain.
uh,
But you're doing a fine job. It looks great.
Met
when
her
you're doing
husband,
it.
I think she can handle a handful.
Let's see.
yeah,
I think he does quite a bit.
yeah, he does a lot, and it's our 24th anniversary today. So
Well, congratulations.
I've had to deal with him for a long time.
Happy anniversary.
Well, I really feel for you because I know what it would be.
Yeah.
Just a little time I spend with him.
But,
No, he's a well-meaning guy. He
He's a
does
good
a lot
guy.
of great things. So.
but yeah, I am here for of course, the fourth quarter funding. So
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we got a motion for that then.
Make a motion to approve the release of the fourth quarter funding.
Okay, we have a motion to release the monies for the Heritage Center. Commissioner Pierce, my pen went die. Must be a Western Bank.
No, it's not.
Commissioner Pierce. And second by Commissioner Eulichamp, sorry. Any further discussion? No further discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Kanowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Nash.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulichamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Wong.
Aye, motion carried. Okay. Okay, next item is the Devils Lake Chamber. Susie, if you please.
Now you get 5 minutes.
Good evening. Susie Kenner, Devils Lake Chamber of Commerce, here again for a quick update and to also request funding for the chamber. Just a few quick things. I'm not going to go over everything from the last few months, but however, I would like to invite you all to the 99th annual chamber meeting on October 22nd. It is a Wednesday evening. The social is from 4:30 until 5:30. We will serve up some heavy appetizers and a couple of beverages for you. The program gets started at 5:30. We have our Excellence in Business Awards, plus a couple extra awards this year. We have an update from the chamber, and then Chris Shilkin, the Commerce Commissioner, will be here from the state to do a little update for the state as well. So please attend that for the full update. But last 3 months have been busy at the chamber. Again, Lisa went over the Fall Festival, so I will not. However, I do want to thank her. Events like these seem to go really well when we have partnerships. And so I think it was a well-run event for everybody. So we appreciate everybody, including the park board. And we've hired Meg White to come in and do some of the little selfie stations at some of our events. And she's been doing a fun job with that as well. We had the wine walk, 400 in attendance this year. We had to move the date back a little bit because the Fall Festival and Homecoming was a little bit earlier this year. Still really well attended, and we had 19 businesses participate. We had our golf tournament, the Cornfeed Fish Fry. We had a few meetings on the docket with the governor's office, and then we attended the U.S. Drone Defense Summit at Camp Grafton with Brady and a few others. So excited to hopefully have that continue on a year-round basis. So we've been working with a few of the businesses to see if we can continue that. Upcoming activities and some new programming. Our Brew and Business is back on a monthly basis. As members, you're all invited to attend that as well. We've moved them to Thursdays at 9 a.m. We had the first one at NDTC this past week with cybersecurity, and we're working on some different AI different educational series, more on security, things like that. So they're really well attended. So we're continuing that. Verana and I will be out at the coffee shops every other month, working with the businesses on our partner portal, making sure everybody has their logos, videos, photos, listings updated for all of their businesses. We have a new program starting on Friday. The ladies at the office are calling it Haps and Apps, but it's just a get together for a lot of our new businesses. And we have quite a few RSVP'd for that. And then Commissioner Pierce already gave you an update a couple of meetings ago on the downtown planning meeting. Again, we had 11 businesses show up for that downtown. So really excited to have that partnership grow. And we are meeting every other month. So we will meet with the downtown group again in November. Coming up, we have the career fair at Devils Lake High School on Thursday, 4:30 until 7:30, and we have the majority of the businesses back for that. I'm so excited to show off the different careers in the area. I mentioned the annual meeting. We have the holiday showcase on November 18th, our tree lighting ceremony on November 21st. We are incorporating something a little bit different, and we sent information out to the banks. We are going to have a bank off with help to decorate the additional trees that are downtown. So they have a day coming up. They'll race for their tree of sorts, and then they will decorate that. We will do a voting competition. Hopefully the police department and the fire department may be on board to help us judge that. And then the winning bank gets to help light the tree with the mayor. So
Oh, boy,
Stay
that's special.
tuned
Wow.
for that.
Boy.
Yeah, I know.
Just so the lights don't go out in town.
Can I be a temporary employee?
Yeah, sure. So excited to have a little bit of help with that. We were a little late, I will say, on the planning for that. So excited to have the banks on board. Small Business Saturday, November 29th. And then we are still working through some of those RWIP workforce initiatives. We are continuing with the majority of the programming that we've already instilled with the schools and such. One of the areas we are working on figuring out is the job shadow program. We don't have Ann in the school every week now, so we're trying to figure that out. Along with that grant, it is open. I don't know, I'm on record, but it's a very complicated grant, and we have to have a sector plan in hand before we can move forward with requesting the grant. They have like $500 and some thousand for our region, and I think you can apply up to $250,000 per organization. And basically, from what we can understand, is a sector plan is paying somebody to come in and say where your workforce shortages are. We really already know what that is, and so we're kind of working through those details right now. And then lastly, I did hand out a 2025 year in review. Again, we run on a fiscal year, so we were October 1st through September 30th, and I started last year just pulling some numbers together on the chamber side so we can see year after year where we're at. I'm not going to go through it all, but I can tell you I'm excited to say that our member retention rate is 93.8% on a yearly basis, and the national average sits at 87. We're a part of 15 milestone moments last year. We gave out $23,920 in chamber bucks back to the community. We hosted 13 community events, 9 educational, 5 networking events, and 2 workforce events. Verana has really stepped into her marketing role and has grown our Facebook followers by 7.3%. And she grew our reach by over 21%. But our Facebook views this past year were 280% over where they were at last year, from 213,000 to 811,000. So I have to give her and Ruth kudos on our team for doing an amazing job on both events and marketing. And then our website page views were up 7.6%. We are still trying to grow our community post events on our calendar. We did have 157 community events on our calendar last year, and so we are still trying to get the word out to everybody in the community that that is free to use. So please, if you're hosting anything, post it on the event calendar. So other than that, I'll take any questions if you have.
Any questions, Susie?
It's amazing with
You
the
answered
size of
all of it.
staff you have, what you get accomplished is.
They do a lot. We have a well-oiled machine.
They're great to work with, I
They
can tell you
are.
that.
You
Yeah.
all
Appreciate
deserve a round of applause for what you do.
They're very good.
No other questions for her? We're gonna let you off easy.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
You said you need money though?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, please.
So, we thought we were gonna get off
But if
easy.
you
I was gonna keep my
approve
mouth
funding
shut.
request.
We would've got off easy. Now we gotta spend some money. Okay.
Go, Jason.
I know.
Okay, is there a motion to write the check?
Make a motion to release, this is the fourth quarter, correct?
Commissioner
This is,
Pierce?
Yeah, half the year's fund.
It's 30.
Twice a year.
Release the second half of the funds for the check.
Motion by Commissioner Pierce, is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? No further discussion, roll call?
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hess.
Aye.
Commissioner Ulicek.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carried.
Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
the money. Okay. Next item, we'll go into commission portfolios and we'll start with Commissioner Pierce.
Chief Ben, what do you got?
We got fire prevention coming up. We got school tours all month. They're filling up quick. Fishing derby tickets are out. They come out October 1st. We actually sold out at the fire station faster than we've ever sold out. We had 40 bucks go out the door in 4 hours. So we got a lot of businesses back already from the community that are sold out. So we're looking forward to that event and getting ready for that. So
And you said there's like people online that are trying to self-fraud.
Yeah, there's people on Facebook and different things like that trying to scam people, get them to send them money through emails and stuff like that. Don't fall for it. We're not asking for any money over the internet or cards or anything like that. It's all cash or check. So,
Awesome. So that hazmat training went well from what I've
Yep.
read and listened to.
yep, hazmat training went well. A lot of fun.
All right, and that's it for you?
That's all I got for tonight.
Couple things for you, Mr. Mayor. We had the Law Enforcement Center Board, myself and Commissioner Frith had a meeting with Fort Devils Lake Board expressing our interest in a certain plot of land that the city owns, and we're just waiting for their response on
The JDA's
Yeah.
response?
the Fort Devils Lake Board on
Yeah.
what they're going to send to the
Was it
JDA.
JDA? Yeah,
So,
gotcha.
waiting on that. And then I'm working with, I've been working with Mike and Spencer, and now a member that's from the Hazelton. You sent me to Hazen Chamber. I'm working a program right now where we will be able to, citizens will be able to buy for the, starting in the month of May, to have a banner pole banner. God, I'm just so tired today. Hung up with their, it says Devils Lake salutes, and it'll have a picture of their either veteran, current person serving, retired, so we can honor our military members from Devils Lake. And this program's going to be set up so where we're going to go to the VFW, American Legion, DAV, other businesses have contacted me saying that they are interested in donating money towards this, so we can get these banners ordered by folks and hopefully not have to charge them a dime. But the kicker on this is that the fall, when they were taken down, that family gets to keep that banner. We have identified 70 spots downtown and possibly more, depending on how big of a response we get for it. And everything's going to come from the donations. The best I'm going to try and get as much donations as I can, but we'll give you more. I'm having a meeting with on Wednesday with the lady from the Hazen Chamber to make sure how they've done it in the past to try and get some more ideas.
Sounds like a great idea.
But I'll let you know. Only thing the city will have to do, I spoke with Spencer, is put them up, take it down. Everything else is going to be done through
It's
donations.
kind of like those banners with the high school
Yeah,
graduates.
yeah. But we're going to start it in May because that's Military Appreciation Month,
Oh,
and then leave them up till the fall. And if we don't get 70, we only get so many. We have patriotic banners that Mike said the city has that we can even things out. But it's just kind of a pilot program this year to see what kind of response we get. So, and other than that, Mr. Mayor, that's all I have for you.
well, thank you. Very informative. Commissioner Evicap.
Mike.
I'm happy to report, Commissioner, that the cemetery road is complete. It is
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Patience is a virtue.
I know.
Um,
I'm learning.
That's complete. We do understand that there's been a little bit of a spike in the mosquito population. Crews have been out, I think 7 times in the last 2 weeks. They'll be out again tonight.
They got to quit feeding them and they got to kill them.
We do our best. We do our best. So that effort is ongoing.
Yeah.
I was just looking at some stats, and it looks like we've been out full force at night 25 times this summer. And we've also completed some morning spraying to the tune of about 14 times. So the effort is there. We have the windows that we have to operate in environmentally with the wind and the temperatures and things like that. So that work is continuing. Been working with the street crews on putting up signs and getting striping done on some of the new asphalt that's been placed and things like that.
Do you know, is the DOT going to finish the white striping on the outside of the lanes down 20? Or if they're just going to leave it the way it is with that very thin line?
I'm not involved with that
I
project
didn't know. I just thought maybe you
directly,
were
but
aware.
I have to believe that it's going to be completed. That edge line will be important, so I have to believe that that'll be completed. Also, the streetlights on the east side of town should be completed. They were hoping that they were going to get started last week, but didn't see any activity out there. So I'm hoping that they get those light poles up. Otherwise, we have to make sure those foundations are marked before the white stuff comes. That's all I have, Commissioner, unless you have questions.
I was worried about Mayor Mo's mosquito problem he had over there, but you asked about that, so if you could maybe just back up his driveway and spray it into
I
his
think that'd be
garage.
a great idea.
Maybe we can pool some funds together and give McKenna yard guard.
There,
There we go.
I'm surviving.
We'll get you bugs after.
Then Commissioner, if you want to be involved with a review and a summary of where we're at with that department as far as vehicles, and then we'll have a recommendation for the commission at the next meeting. Visit with the city administrator on budgets and where we're at with all the funds as well.
Oh, yeah.
You good?
I think so.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Hatch.
Mike, anything from sanitation?
2 items, they're finishing the last round of special pickup. Working on the south side this week, and they'll get that done. And I have to say thank you to the sanitation department. They worked with us a lot on moving dumpsters downtown and trying to get everything coordinated to complete the asphalt work in the downtown alleys.
That
They
looks
did a lot of
great.
work there to help get things moved around and make sure businesses were informed of where their dumpster was. So appreciate that effort from them as well. That's all I have for sanitation.
Engineering?
We finished placement of asphalt, so the project's wrapped up. There's still items that have to be completed. There's punch list items, cleanup, things like that. We do have some additional work in the downtown alleys that we have to complete, but for the most part, the projects are getting wrapped up.
And they look good.
And some of those roadways that we worked on, they were long overdue for some attention. So if you travel around to the areas that the asphalt was completed this year, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised.
That's right. That's all I got for you, Mike. Rob?
Susie brought up cybersecurity, and so it triggered something for me. So commissioners, just kind of keep an eye on your emails to see if you've received an email from me about making sure you get your cybersecurity training done.
I refuse. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm proving a point for them and enough for this crap.
I think mine is a delete button.
Well, I've had plenty of people say that they, it's the emails look suspicious, so they're just deleting them instead of taking the training. So I shot an email, keep an eye open for it. Just to try and keep up on that. The Renaissance Zone Authority is going to be meeting on the 13th and has received an application for a Renaissance Zone program or project. So I expect that we'll have that in front of you at the next commission meeting as well. And then I am going to be requesting out-of-state travel for Dustin. He's going to be traveling to Cleveland for International Building Code Conference. All expenses are covered by the North Dakota Building Officials Association, so it's just a formality to approve the out-of-state travel form. And that'll be October 18th to the 22nd.
Sounds like a wild time.
Sounds like a good time, yeah. Cleveland of all places.
Well, not even that.
Old Canton, Ohio's not far away from there. All those Vikings that are in
Do you
there.
need that approval today?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll make a motion.
Commissioner Pierce? Okay.
I'll second.
And Commissioner Hatch. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
That's all I've got for you, unless you have questions for me.
Nothing.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, Commissioner Kanowski.
Mike, water and sewer?
The only thing for utilities is the crews have been out winterizing hydrants and doing things that are necessary to prep for winter. So they've been working to try and get that stuff done. There's a lot of storm sewer work and there's a lot of things that need to be completed and wrapped up before winter. So I've been working on that. Other than that, that's all I have for utilities.
Thank you. That's it.
That's it. Okay, Chief.
Mayor, we have a testing and interview for the open TFO slot. That's tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and depending on where that goes, we'll open up for either a patrol position or a TFO position.
EFO is
Task Force Officer.
Okay.
Yeah, with the BCI. Usually the BCI agents are the ones that are coordinating that supervision of that program with the Sheriff's Department. We also have a UAS Summit, that's an unmanned aircraft system, that's on the 14th and 15th, and SRO Dallas and CSO Hanson are both pilots for drones. They're gonna be attending that. And that's about all I got for you. Let's see if you have any
Any questions of the chief? Okay, thank you.
questions. You're welcome.
Spencer?
Nothing to add, Mayor.
Okay,
Other items down on the agenda.
all right. Jason?
There are a couple of things under new business, the purchase agreement for the outlaws deemed surplus property and then an easement for the Smith subdivision. If there's questions about those, I would address them at that time.
Okay, all right. Any alibis? If not, we'll move on. Nothing under old business, nothing under the consent agenda. We'll go into new business. First item is our 2026 city budget, salary plan, and position authorization. Any, Spencer, I guess I'll call on you. Is there anything you want to say?
I think really at the end of the day, I appreciate the time that the commission put into it. Obviously not the most fun budget to put together this year, and I suspect that the budget for the next 5 years probably won't be the most fun either. But thank you to city staff that put the time in, answered all of my questions and your questions as well. I'll just give you a real quick summary. Full use of the 3% cap plus new growth for a total of 90.26 mils. We maxed out the sales tax allocated to the general fund that's permitted by our home rule charter at 44.44%. Salary plans 2% cost of living for employees, and then dropping a column at the beginning of the pay scale and adding one to the end. And then put all the interest earnings into the general fund as well. The revenues in the cemetery fund and then water, sewer, and sanitation reflect the rate changes that we adjusted or that we discussed and will be on the resolution on the next agenda item. Sanitation, we funded the fully the automated truck and new cams, so $450,000 grant or low interest loan from the USDA, and then $300,000 from the city's funds to pay for the new tippers to put on our existing garbage cans so that they can be used to pick up those cans, and then the cans themselves. Library is looking at $30,000 deficit. Bring attention to it again. There's some fixed revenue and expense issues there that really need to be dealt with. And then the airport has kind of taken a turn for the better, and they have a very good projected surplus for next year. That is what I have for you guys, and would welcome any questions you guys have.
Any questions of Spencer or anybody? Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2026 city budget.
Commissioner Kanowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Hatch? Any further discussion? No further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kapowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp. Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Holmes.
Aye, motion carries. Item 2 is a resolution to amend rates and fees effective January 1, 2026. Anything you want to add to that, Spencer?
Again, just the revenues that were in the budget reflect the adjustment to the rates and fees that are depicted.
Any questions of the commission? Motion to approve? Commissioner Eulenkamp.
I'll second.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? No further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kapowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Holmes.
Aye, motion carried. Item 3, 2026 equipment replacement plan.
Mayor, members of the commission, as I was making my final review over the weekend, and kind of leads into the conversation we had with the truck and whatnot, I feel really good about where we're at for what we have budgeted for 2026. But as far as 2027 to 2030, given what we're kind of facing moving forward, some of the conversations and things you've said, Mayor, I just want to drill down a little bit further and maybe run that in tandem with the capital improvement plan. So we'll bring that forward for both of you guys. I need to look better at sanitation as the kind of sanitation department as it can't fund itself the way that we have it projected, and didn't feel good making a move here towards the end.
So motion to table?
Please.
Is there a motion to table?
So moved.
Commissioner Pierce. Second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 4, appointment to Visitors Committee, Aaron Wood. Spencer?
I think the memo speaks for itself. Susie's here to answer any questions if you have any.
Make a motion to approve Aaron Wood as recommended for the Visitors Committee.
Commissioner Pierce, is there a second?
Second.
Whoever. Okay, Commissioner Eulenkamp. Seems, okay. Is there further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 5, the purchase agreement for Ackerman Acres outlots 300062, 300063, 300064, 300065. Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the purchase agreement.
Commissioner Kanowski, seconded by Commissioner Hatch. Is there any further discussion? If not, roll call.
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carries. Item 6, conveyance of utility easement, Smith subdivision. Mike?
This is the utility easement that's needed for those houses. Some up across is city property, lots 13 and 14, as well as the lots that the commission had approved as the job development authority. Recommend approval of the easements.
Make a motion to approve the easement.
Commissioner Eulenkamp?
Second.
Is there a second? Commissioner Pierce? Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 7, pay estimate number 5 for city project 250102, street improvement 82-25, street improvement 83-25, and street improvement 84-25. Yes, that's a breath taker.
Recommend approval of the pay estimate.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve 250102.
Commissioner Hatch first. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Pierce. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carried. Item 8, pay estimate number 2, city project 250103, by Tinimus Seal Coat. Knew I was going to get that one.
By 2 minutes.
By 2 minutes. Okay, thank you.
It's the final pay estimate for that work, $17,480.95. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce.
Payment,
Is there a second?
They'll second it.
Commissioner Kanowski. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Eulenkamp. Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moore.
Aye, motion carried. Item 9, Shade Tree 5-year strategic and EAB preparedness plan. Spencer.
Mayor, members of the commission, huge recognition for the Shade Tree Committee coming up with this 5-year strategic plan and EAB preparedness plan. Commissioner Pierce, you were on the Shade Tree Committee and very involved in creating this. But Billy, I think the action plan speaks for itself. The big thing is with the goal of, moving forward for the next 5 years. We don't know when the ash borer will arrive. But every year of a tree's life is, really important to getting it to grow. So trying to plant trees at a 2-to-1 ratio that we remove them. Shade Tree Committee was in favor of that plan. We'll have more further in-depth conversations on the tree planting and what that could look like from the city moving forward. But Mike and I, at least operationally, feel pretty confident that we can get that done. And if we fall a little short, it's going to be a lot more trees than we planted for the last 5 years, the next 5 years. And really kind of aspiring to the diversity of the tree species following the 10, 20, 30 rule, which is communicated in there. And then going year by year, what we're aimed at and targeted at. Shade Tree Committee provided some real value in this creation when they did all the work. And so really going to have to lean on them and the city commission in some of the decision making moving forward. But Mayor and Commissioner Pierce, I suppose I would just turn it over to you guys if you have anything to add.
I think one thing that's great about this was something that I wanted to have done, I think, at the beginning was we're setting it up in zones. You
Mhm.
know, we're not going to just go out haphazardly
Right.
pulling trees and cutting down trees.
Only necessary when.
Start out with the old dying,
Yeah.
you know, and then, you know, continue on from there.
Sure.
So it's well put together, well thought out.
Mhm.
We're gonna have a lot of help with, you know, the NDU Extension Office and everybody else input in this too is great. So yeah, I think it's a great plan to put that has been put together, and I think it should be approved by the city commission.
Any other comments by anybody? I think it's also a great plan and it's necessary to get ahead of the game, so.
And as
It's
part of
gonna
this, I
cause-
just want to say, I met with the engineer, or the environmentalist out at Camp Grafton, and to see what if they had any plan put together out there. Nothing has been put together. So it's, and people are starting to finger point, it's not my job, it's not my job, it's your job, no, it ain't my, it's crazy. So what I have is the next MAC meeting this month. Spencer agreed to come out there and kind of give them an overview of what the city is doing. And how try to get them to think of how important this is. And then, but that way, when you have Representative Freilich attending that meeting as well, try to get the state to get involved with
They used to take good care of those trees. I mean, that was high on their list.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, Spencer, for volunteering to come out and talk to them. So just wanted to get that be part of this. Is going to be presented up.
So do we have a motion to approve the plan?
I'll make a motion to approve the Shade Tree 5-year strategic and EAB plan.
Commissioner Hatch, is there a second? Commissioner Eulenkamp. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I just want to say thank you to Spencer for, you know, helping with this as well. He saw some wording and some things that could have been put in there better, and so I just wanted to make sure I thank him.
Sure.
And I want to thank Corey from the fire department for his years of service under the shade tree as well, and his work and the committee's work putting this all together.
I think it's important to say when we say the Shade Tree Committee worked really hard. Corey and Tammy Meyer worked really hard, along with
Very
the
hard.
Shade Tree committees, but they were the
Yes.
key drafters.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
So just want to make sure they get the recognition.
Chief, you'll take care of that? Make sure, okay. Okay, item 10, authorization to submit grant application for $25,000 to EAB mitigation grant with the North Dakota Forest Service. This is all part of the tree plan.
And one of the things is, you know, as far as the project, you have to identify a specific area of town you're going to work on. Okay. And Commissioner Pierce had talked about zones, and we'll have in-depth conversation. We're going to work with Mike and work with the Shade Tree Committee on identifying the zones. Shade Tree Committee was supportive of, you know, if you look at the map on the garbage pickup schedule, the number 5 is this Old Town Site neighborhood. This would be the first zone that we work on, just to the near east here. And talking with Mike, driving around, there's plenty of space on the boulevards, and so that's going to be a huge community engagement type of thing and trying to communicate to the public. But in general, when we apply for this grant, both the Shade Tree Committee and staff were aligned that this near original town site would be a good place to start for this first year.
And Spencer had a great idea with this too, is to have like a tree planting day, like during Arbor Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm really tired today. Arbor Day, have a tree planting day. Try to make it the celebration, get people out there to help plant the tree,
Mhm.
do their boulevard tree, you know, go get a tree voucher as well and plant another tree, you know, so.
Good
Why don't the
promotion.
schools do something on Arbor Day, so maybe involving
We have
the kids
involved,
at school?
everybody was gonna, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, what's the
I'll make a motion to approve applying for the 25,000.
Commissioner Pierce, is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Hatch. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Ulicap.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carried. Item 11, the Stride Development Due Diligence, Alta Survey and Environmental Assessment of the City-Owned Property.
Mayor, Moe, members of the commission. So, we signed that letter of intent with the developer, and, this part of that letter is that there's going to be some, cost and time involved in trying to drill down on some of the necessaries for the development. And so there is an environmental assessment and Alta survey on the properties that needs to be conducted. Originally, we had talked with the developer, hey, we split it 50-50, but, and then, they kind of countered with, well, could we do something with the land and some sort of an option fee? And, because we're a public benefit, then you can charge it as an impact fee. And we kind of just said we want to make this a little bit more straightforward. And the city's portion of it, or the public land portion of it, you count the senior meals and the city-owned lot. If you go by square footage area and you break it out via the total price, it's that $15,764. And then private property owners is just under that 5,000. And so we haven't come to an agreement with the developer, but we want to try to move this forward at a relatively expedient timeline. And so seeking authorization on that cost allocation for the environmental and the Alta survey.
So one more time, why didn't they want to do 50-50?
It's, whose intellectual property is it after it's completed? So if, we do this assessment on the city land, we don't get to yes with the developer. Well, now we have the environmental assessment and that's ours and our information, so that if there was another person that came along to develop it, it would already be completed and we would have it. We wouldn't have to incur that cost.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, what's the wishes of the commission?
Make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Pierce. Is there a second?
A second.
Commissioner Hatch? Is there any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hat.
Aye.
Commissioner Ulicap.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries. Nothing under citizen comment, nothing under informational items. Approve a motion to make a motion or ask for a motion to approve the list of bills as submitted.
I'll try to motion
Get that,
to
yeah.
approve the payment of their bills, Mr. Mayor.
I'll second.
I got it from Commissioner Pierce and Commissioner Hatch as second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Kowski.
Aye.
Commissioner Hatch.
Aye.
Commissioner Ulicap.
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce.
Aye.
President Moe.
Aye, motion carries. And if there's no other business to come before the commission, meeting adjourned. Yeah. That's all.